Good morning and welcome to week 6 in my Monday morning mixed media piece series. It is nearly impossible to say. Yeah, but my name is Lisbeth and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who also likes to do stitching, slow stitching and all kinds of other crafts. Sorry if my voice is a little rusty, but I have been down with a cold and my ears and my nose has been running like the Mississippi. So bear with me if I am sneezing a little or doing this a little. And also I will tell you, since this is week 6, there are 5 other parts and a part where I made this book, altered this old children's book, and I will put a link below in the description box for you. There's a playlist for this project here. Yeah, so what am I up for today? I am not an experienced watercolor artist, but I really like to splash and plop around with paint and mixing paints, other colors. I don't think the pages here in my book is good for too much water. So I will give them a thin coat of gesso. And I also know gesso substrate isn't the same as really as watercolor paper, but I will see what it looks like and I will get the best out of it. For this is the condition I'm going to do it in this book here. So I will find my gesso and give it a coat. This was the last spread I made, and you can see I jump over this here and go to this here because I would glue these two pages together, and perhaps because I will do some stitching, I don't know yet, but it doesn't matter if I do or not, I will glue these two pages together. So I will take my parchment paper and put in here between like this here, and hopefully not make marks on the other pages. So I will just take this is an old credit card, or I think it was, and give it a coat like this. And I would not put a thick amount on, just a thin coat. Yeah, I will do that and let it dry and then come back. While my book is drying, I will stencil some marks here on this paper, and it is something called medical exam paper, and I like to use it because it gets quite translucent when you attach it with matte medium on your surface. But you can use ordinary tissue that would nearly do the same. Yeah, so this is a splot of, it is called ivory, the color, but it's some creamy color. And here I have some, if I can get it out, this is called Arctic, that color here. So let us, and then I have a small sponge here, and I think the most important thing to get a good result on this is not to have too much paint on your sponge and keep your stencil down. Here on the surface, and I'll just dab it. Yeah, I think I got too much paint, so then it will bleed under sometimes. So yeah. like this, and then I can take the other corner here and take that color here, and perhaps it won't be so visible, that color here, but I can lift it, and you can see there's a slight impression there. I will take this also. I don't know which one I will use yet. So back to the Arctic color here. Oops. Yeah. And then I can remove it and do it again. Like this, yeah. And yeah, I think I want them also in the light color here, or the ivory color. And now I probably will mix them. The two colors, but I don't mind that. Yeah, like this. And I will let this dry. I think my pages are dry enough I can work further, and I don't mind some of the text is peeking up. Yeah, if one layer is enough, I really don't know, but I'll take my chance and start now. If it doesn't work, I know for next time I will have to put 2 layers on. But before I put some watercolor on, I will take my Lyra graphite stick, and that is a water-soluble one. And then I will dip it in water, and then I will make some marks. Not many, but just a little like this. And I think of the 2 watercolor sets, I will start with this here. That is this one here. It's the Japanese brand. And I think I would use the greenish and the bluish one here. And let me see. As far as I remember, there isn't so much, yeah, perhaps there is much color in them, and I don't think I want it that dark. So like this, and let us see what the other one says. Yeah, I will dilute them a little. So let me see how it goes here. And the black Lyra marker will start bleeding, and I don't mind that. And it's a little funny, it makes bubbles. I wonder why. Yeah, there was more pigment in those colors than I have expected, but perhaps they dry lighter, so we can come in here with some darker marks. It's quite funny with those bubbles. Weesh, and now it is running. I will let this dry and see how it looks when it is dry. Yeah, instead of sitting here waiting that for dry, I can paint the other page also. And now I know this black Lyra graphite stick gets a lot of color, so I will be a little more, oh, what is that? A red color, and red hair. I wonder where this came from. Yeah. So I will just a little like this instead of so much as the last time. And on this piece here, I think I will use this other thing I have here. It's also from Derwent graphite paint pan pocket set. And there are also some gray green and slate green and ocean blue. So let us get them going. That's pretty much the same color. Not quite, but similar. Yeah, I think I should put my paper under here just to be safe and not set, because I have smeared it all around the other pages. I'm glad I'm not is going to be singing here for the next couple of days. Not that I do a lot of singing. I can't quite. Yeah, I don't think I can sing, but of course everyone can sing. Some better than others, but yeah. Let us have some blue at the top. It could be the sky, perhaps. I like that color. But it is not like working on watercolor paper, I can tell you. And it is quite funny that it bubbles like this. And again, you can see the text peeking through here, and I don't mind that. But why on earth are they making these small bubbles? I really don't know. So now I will let it dry. I think my papers here are dry enough, and it reacts quite differently than working on watercolor paper, and of course that was to expect, but I really like some of the marks it has given me, small bubbles when they are dry, and all this crunchiness. I really like that, and it also becomes a little paler than when it's wet, but that is the same on watercolor paper. So looking at it now, I know I want a circle thing around this and around that, and to be sure to make that, I will take a fine liner, and then I will just go around and round and round like this, and I will do the same. Yeah, that would be big if I do it around this piece here, but perhaps instead up here. And then I will do something more with them, but now I know they are going to be there before I would glue some of this on, and yeah, let us see. Yeah. And I don't mind that this looks so frayed, because that would make it even more invisible. Something like this, and just do a little here. I wouldn't put that up there when they're sitting a piece exactly the same place on the other side. So I probably would put it down there, but I have teared this too much, so perhaps I can be a little more careful. With this here. It is really easy to tear this paper. Yeah, something like this I think is fine. And do we want some of these small things here also? I think we do. Bunch of them up here. Like this. And perhaps there. I think that looks nice. Then I will take my, if I can find it, my brush and my matte medium. I will spritz a little water down here, just a little, and make this piece wet here. And then I will take my matte medium and put it up here, and take this wet piece here and place it down here, and go over with my, and you have to be really careful here, but you can see, you can't see the white paper anymore, and that is smart, I think. Just do it a little wet. Yeah. Like this. And you can say, why on earth aren't you but just stenciling directly on the page? Yeah, I think I have a better option by I can move it around and see where I like it and where I don't like it. If you have put it down, you have put it down. But of course you can always paint over it, but I think it is I like to do it this way here. So let us put this one up here. Put down there. And I will just use my finger. And I think my page isn't quite dry yet. I can see it smears a little. If I would have avoided that, I could have given the whole spread a layer of matte medium, but I think it is fine for this. Make it wet, and just put it down. Use my finger. Often it is the best tool. You have it always with you. So, like this. I will let that dry and be back. While the tissue paper still is drying, I can make some mark making here on the circles, and I will just put small dots randomly. Sometimes it is where the circle line crosses each other, and sometimes it's just on a single string here, or what it is called. There's some very small dots. Perhaps this is enough for this circle here. I can always do this. Oh, ugh. Don't put your fingers in the wet medium. Yeah, you don't need to see me doing all these dots, but I will be back when it's dry. So it is dry, also dry I can work further. And I think it needs some gold. And I think I will make a row of some patterning down there and a row down here. And I have this stencil here I perhaps think would be nice. Now there's a circle there and small dots there. Maybe this would look nice here. So yeah, we will have to try if I can open this paint. Yeah. And then I will take my sponge and let us see here. I don't want to hit the black line, so ooh, yeah, that looks nice. And I think I will do the same here. This is a very pigmented paint, so it looks nice, nice, nice. It's a golden iridescent fine gold. I think it's gold. Oh yeah, really nice. Yeah. And what else can we do? I will let it dry and think a little. When I look at it now, I think there isn't any quite dark spots, so I will make that darker and that darker. And again, I don't think there will be stitching in this one, but I would like to repeat this pattern, a little snoot of it up here and perhaps a little of it down there. So let us see if I can do that. Yeah, like this. And sorry if I was shaking you. And a little of it here also. Yeah, that was better. And drying my fingers. Sorry, I'm in frame now, I think. Yeah, I will take my Lyra graphite water soluble stick here and then I will let this dry and see how it looks. I think it looks much better. It already when I made it so dark as it is here. So I will see what it looks like when it's dry. It's still drying and it would take some time, I think, but I have highlighted this little pattern here, and I think I will do the same up here. It's just a Uniball Signo Gold, so maybe they will be a little more visible. And I'm not so perfect, I'm just approximately going by the line. And I also think there's gold enough on this spread here now. Yeah, like this. I think that was a good decision to make that. So I will be back when this is dry. So now the page is dry, and I think it needs a little more. And you know, I like to put some stitching in my collages or my mixed media. And even though these two black things really helped, I think it needs a little more black. So I think I will make a little cluster up here of cross stitches. So I will take my tool and poke some holes here, just here, the first tree one, so I can see. Perhaps I will turn it this way, go down in the hole. And since I'm gluing these two pages together, I don't think I need to do anything with this snoot or this end of the thread here. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It isn't the easiest thing to stitch in pages in a book, but I think I will manage. And it is just a thin mercerized cotton thing. I don't know, thread I'm sewing with. So you can see here. I will do a little more of them, and then I think I'm done. Done with the stitching, and it is with full purpose. I don't make a knot because I don't want a big fat knot between the pages. So I will just let the end hang there, and then I will glue these two together. So I will just take my glue stick, and I really won't be precious about it. I will give it a good amount, so I'm sure the pages will stick together. I'm a good customer here where I buy these. I think I have bought the first 200 and used them as time goes by here. So yeah. And then I will put them together like this and hope they fit, and they do. And then I will give them a good press. Also on this side. Yeah. This was this Monday's spread in my altered book. Yeah, and I will also have to glue these two pages together, but I can do this afterwards. So I hope you have learned some tricks and tips by seeing me doing this spread here. I don't know if I'm quite satisfied with it. I like the colors, but yeah, maybe it will grow on me, I don't know. But if you liked what you saw, please give my videos a thumbs up and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very much appreciated. So take care, be creative, until next Monday. Bye bye.